Hi, my name's Jamie Combs, and I'm a teacher at Tates Creek Elementary in Lexington, Kentucky. And this is Anthony Hilton, everyone who knows him calls him Gigi. He is a custodian for Fayette County Public Schools. I just wanted to make this video with Gigi because I posted something on Facebook about a conversation that we had the first time we met. So I am new to Tates Creek Elementary, and I saw an unfamiliar face, and since I'm new, I introduced myself and learned that he is a custodian who floats from school to school. And he asked me about my students and what I teach. I just realized I have sunglasses on my head. And he asked me if I have students who have difficulty spelling, and I said, of course I do. And so he asked if he could take a moment of my time to teach me a method that he used to help him learn to spell. And I was like, absolutely, teach away. So I shared that story on Facebook and received, I haven't looked recently, but I think 27,000 shares and like 21,000 likes and loves and over 2,000 comments. And all the comments have been super positive. There was one that I saw that kind of ate at me a little bit. It was someone who is married to a custodian who said she hates it when people ask the question, why are you just a custodian and not a teacher, which is what I asked him, although I went back and looked and I did not say just a custodian. I said, why are you a custodian and not a teacher? And I told my husband that it really kind of bothered me because I wasn't trying to, demote you or lessen your commitment to the school and your contributions, but that at the end of the day, teachers do get paid more than custodians, and I saw a lot of potential in Gigi, and I left our conversation feeling super inspired, and I had lots of ideas that I would be able to take and use with my students. So I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that I was not trying to lessen you in your position or anything like that. So a lot of people did ask us to make a video showing the Gigi method, so I'm going to hand it over to Gigi and let him teach us the Gigi method.
Well, thank you, Ms. Combs.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Like she said, my name's Anthony Hilton. The Gigi method, it's something that's been around for, well, I've carried it in my pocket for 30 years, and someone showed me this method. And it's forgotten. And so basically I came in here and I showed her a way that she could be able to teach a child who is having a hard time learning to spell, to slow down that mind and to have to actually think. And everyone's got a cell phone, they've got a iPad. If it's got the numbers on it that you have on your cell phone or your regular phone or dial phone, it don't matter, just a phone. You've got 2, 3, 4, so on and so on. Now, under each number is letters that represent the number. Now, a lot of you out there probably know how to do this system as it is because, like I said, it's been around for quite a while. I'm just bringing it out of the closet and bringing it to life because the kids are important. So I've done some examples up here. For example, 2. You got A, B, and C. Well, there's a letter in there, which will make a word, but A, that is the answer to 2. Well, if you come over here, I've went 23. Now, 2 is A, B, C, and 3 is D, E, F. But this is what you will have to do. You'll have to write it this way right here. Now, when you get home or you give it to a child, the child will have to write it downwards. So, for example, 23, just like that right there. Well, if you go over here, you're going to find A, B, and C. A, B, C for 2, and 3 is D, E, and F. Now, if you've done word games, you're trying to find the word. Well, you've got B. And that's what you're looking for. That's what the child is looking for. Very simple to spell because it's just 2 letters if you're wanting to start basic. Now, I've got examples over here, 2665, and I've done what the letters go to, and you'll probably do it yourself and come up with the word cool. That's the answer. But down here, I won't tell you the answer. I'll let y'all figure it out there. And you can put it on your comments to tell me that you found the answer. You know what the answer is. But this system right here, it's not the answer to all. It's not going to, it's going to work for some, but not all. And it's not meant for all. But for a child who's having a hard time learning, okay, the way they've been taught, maybe not working. So let's try something a little different. I was going to college for a short period of time. But before I went to college, I spent all my life in basic skills down in Texas at a small school that I went to. And I went to college and I was so far behind because I didn't know the basic stuff. One, because I was just, I wasn't good in school. I was slow. I was very, very slow. And when it came to spelling, some people found out, or somebody learned that I was having problems, so they ended up showing me this right here. And for then on, we had these little, what are they, pagers? Little dark paper, different colors. But someone could send you a set of numbers on there, a phone number and what it was, and I'd look at my paper, okay, I see that, and I end up writing the numbers down, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's a spelling word, okay. And so I would know how, I'd learn to start spelling that way. It was simple, but it was, this is what I was doing. So, you know, as adults, as teachers, let's tell them she seen something in me that I've been wanting to get out, but I didn't know how to get out, and she took time to listen, and that is something, that's a start. You know, teachers listening, and if she'll listen to a custodian who loves his job, I mean, I love my job, there's nothing more exciting for me to come to work and to be able to know that when I leave and my area is clean, and when the kids walk in or the teachers walk in the next day, flip on that light and they know that their room's clean, their building's clean. I mean, take Street, hey, go Commodores. But this is an easy way to be able to teach someone, especially really early learning. And even, hey, I'm 51 years old. Yeah, I'm 51. And I still use this. I've got a learning disability of dyslexia. I'm not afraid to ask questions. And if there's anything I can get out there to a child or an adult, if you have a hard time, don't be afraid to ask. Ask your mom, ask your dad. I'm having a hard time reading. I'm having a hard time spelling. I don't get math. Ask a teacher, man. That's what teachers are there for. They go to school to do just this, to help you. You're never too old to learn something new. And all you have to do is raise that hand, and don't be afraid to ask your boss, hey, I need help. I do it all the time. I call my boss, and I said, I need education. And my boss, boy, he will help me through. If I need to do my floors a certain way, he will walk me through step by step, knowing that I understand. But he cares enough that he is going to help me. That's what the teacher's for. And at this point in time, I'd like to call Ms. Combs up here so she can.
Well, yes, thank you. I had some thoughts while you were showing us the GG method. And one thought I was having is using it for vocabulary words that I'm teaching my students for the week.
Yes.
So let me borrow that marker for a second. Like, for example, I was thinking that I could put a sentence, put a sentence and leave a blank with the numbers for the students to fill in with the vocabulary words for the week. So in my 4th grade science lesson, I could give them the sentence, Wires. There's our vocabulary word. Electrical energy from a source to a device. And then I'd have to figure out what the numbers are for my word. So let's see here. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so then my students would have to figure out what vocabulary word fills in the blank. You want to try?
Sure. Can I do right here?
Sure, sure.
Okay. So we got 8. We got 7. We got 2, 6, 7, 3, 3, 3, 7. Okay, 8 is TV. 7 is PQRS. 2, 8, 3. Did you see what I just did? Then you have to look at 2 because I knew it was ABC. 6 is MNNO. See, the more you do this, the more you get used to doing it. 7 PQRS, 3 DF, F, and 7 PQRS. Ow, okay. Here. Yes. Fours.
Just so you know, I did not tell him the answer before.
I don't know the answer.
So he has not been prepped. This is him doing his real thing.
Now, what grade level is this?
4th grade.
Holy moly!
4th grade science.
Science? Really?
Really. And here's our sentence, so maybe you can use
Wires electrical energy
wires
from a
blank.
source to
Electrical
the
energy.
Let's start with you.
Starts with T.
Starts with a T.
Yeah.
Oh! Yes, 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 yes! Transformer?
Close.
Oh, freak it!
That's right.
TRANS. Transfers.
Transfer. Yeah.
Chris! Yes! Hey, Ed, I got it! Yes! Okay, transfers.
Yeah, wires transfer electrical energy from a source to a device. So this has him thinking about the meaning of the word, trying to figure it out, and practicing spelling the word as well.
Yes! Wow.
That might not be the first one I teach my students, but
Still, wow.
got him thinking, right?
Yeah, you got me. And I know my brother's on the other end. He's going, Wayno. It's so.
Yeah.
Props. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Well,
teaching us the
thank
teaching
you.
method.
It's like I said. That's a big word. You know,
It is a big word.
little kids, small world.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, you start them out small. Life, when you start life, you start with numbers. I mean, time. How many shots are you going to get? You know, it's all about numbers. And it goes to letters and all this other stuff. But yeah, I thank you, Ms. Combs, for listening and taking time because that means everything. And if I can get out to one person, if we can get out to just one person that has problem learning, don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's the way you get the answers.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome. And Gigi, I know many people have asked or commented on the Facebook post that they would love to have their child or their student have a lesson with you sometime. So here is a lesson from Gigi, and I hope you do get an opportunity to work with more kids and share your knowledge of things that you've learned that have worked for you as an adult who has had dyslexia your entire life, and how you've kind of worked around it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, my girlfriend's constantly helping me. I have a hard time reading and sounding out words, and there's a lot of times that I'll come to a word that I don't know, and I'll try to start sounding it out, and she has to help me. Same with my brother and his wife and kids down in Texas. They were constantly helping me, and they wouldn't down me, "You're stupid" or anything. There's one quote that it just gets under my skin, is when an adult tells a child or another adult that you're really smarter than what you're leading on to be.
Right.
Okay, that may be true. You may see it, but if I don't see it, I'm not going to get it. But let me tell you, when you get it, you've got it. And this is one of those deals. It took me a little bit to get it, but once I got it, I got it. And like you were talking about sentences, parents, you can make you a small sentence and just say, "Cake sitting on table." And the kid's in the other room doing this right here, and they have to write out that deal, and all of a sudden, cake is, and they figured out, and they go underneath there, then underneath that bowl that you got that cake hidden, you got another set of numbers that sends them. So it's just, it's open.
Yeah.
So it's a world, it's wide open. But this was shown to me 30 years ago, and it's in my back pocket, and I've kept it hid, and I finally decided to bring it out and show it, and hopefully this is like a treasure chest that has been opened, and hopefully y'all out there will be able to take this and run with it and be able to teach your child something new, and maybe that spelling will be a lot better. So,
Well, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
thanks.